Hello, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today's class is beginner to intermediate level Vinyasa. We warm up the legs first and then we hit some standing balance sequences. We flow through some warrior, some tree, may even end in a wheel, get a little crazy. So if you'd like to grab a block to aid you in the stability of the balancing poses, I would grab that right now, as well as your mat, and let's get started. We begin today's class in child's pose with the hands the arms by our sides, palms facing up. So just holding ourselves in this little ball here, connecting our forehead to the mat, still keeping nice length in the back of the neck, connecting to the way our breath and our body feels before we begin this practice. Just noticing where we're at mentally, physically, before we get going. Taking one big deep inhale and exhale. Let it all out. Gently taking the left arm over the head and the right, palms down onto the mat. Reaching up with the fingertips, starting to wake up the shoulders, feeling that nice big stretch. And gently walking the right hand over to the left, maybe taking the hand on top, opening up the right side body, finding this little curve. And exhaling to walk the hands through center over to the right side, stretching out the left. Remembering that throughout this practice today, coming back through center, it is yours. Whatever movements your body is calling for, please add those in. Let's play a little, let's explore a little. Keeping the forearms on the mat and the head down. Inhale to lift the hips, rounding through the back, coming onto the hands. Keeping the chin tucked. And when we come into this half plank pose, we inhale to lift the gaze, drop the belly, and send the hips back. So exhale, rounding through the back, shifting your weight forward to this modified plank. And inhale, dropping the belly, pressing through the hands to send the hips back. Moving with the breath. Using this push-pull force to warm up the spine, round it out. Opening up through the throat, the upper shoulders. Taking this movement nice and slow. Feeling all there is to feel. Flowing through this one more time. And on this next exhale, taking the hips or the knees a little bit wider before coming back into child's pose. Big toes together. This time we inhale, pulling ourselves through on the forearms, belly down to the mat, lifting the toes, coming onto the hips. Exhale, sending the hips back, wide child's pose. Inhale, scoop and pull yourself forward. And exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, child's pose. Raising up onto the palms, finding our way to tabletop. Raising that left arm up to the sky and threading the needle. Inhale, raise the arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. One more time, arm up, inhale. Exhale, sweep it around underneath the shoulder. Inhale, finishing it out. This time bringing it around, extending that left arm and extending the right leg. Nice long line. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Exhale, crunch. And extending that the right leg behind us, rocking on the toes here for a second, warming up the calf. Kickstanding that left leg behind us, about 90 degrees, planting the left hand, raising the right straight up above, modified side plank. And exhale to sweep and reach it overhead. Inhale back up, maybe we find a little bend here. Exhale overhead, a little flow. Maybe we reach the arm down to the ankle and back over. One more time. Exhale back over and making our way back to tabletop. Reaching, peeling the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, threading in underneath. And reaching that left arm back up, or the right arm to finish it out. And extending it nice and long, reaching the left leg back. Exhale to crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to nose, using the core. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, crunch. And we can release, extending that left leg, rocking on the ball of the foot. Before kickstanding the right and reaching that left arm up. Exhale, reach it over, stretching out the side body. Inhale up, maybe finding a little groove. Finding any movement here that feels good, maybe sweeping the arm. One more time. Before coming back around, tabletop pose. Lifting the knees, tucking the hips, sending the hips back and the fingers forward, downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Keeping big toes together, we bend the right knee, reaching the left heel to the mat. Deep breath. And exhale to switch, bending the left knee. Reaching that right heel to the mat, gripping through the fingers. And switch one more time each side, really warming up through the calves. Sending the hips to the sky. And switch. Bending both knees, gazing at the hands, walking the feet up to meet the hands, we ragdoll. Bent knees, thighs to chest, thighs to belly. Wiggle it out here for a moment. Maybe a little side to side action, and maybe a little neck ring router. Planting the right hand, straightening the left leg, reaching that left arm up for a twist. Circling it around, other side. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, hands above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to plank. Slowly lower down to chaturanga, but hold. Push up to plank, using the core. Lower down, chaturanga, and release. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, over the toes, downward facing dog. Gotta get in those little challenges where you can, you know? It's not always fun and games. I mean, it should be, but. Gazing at the hands, inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog, hips square. Bending the knee, taking the toes over to the left side, gazing at the foot. Hello, maybe rolling out the ankle. Hips are stacked, we're pressing through the fingers and straightening that leg. Bending the knee, taking it to the right elbow and back up, three-legged dog. Left elbow, back up, three-legged dog. Taking it all the way through, coming into warrior one, planting it nice and strong, turning out that left foot, inhale. Checking our alignment here. Left foot at 45 degrees, rolling the shoulders back. Nice and strong. Exhale, warrior two. Hello, strength. Hello, inner warrior, inner fire. Nice to see you. Inhale, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, windmilling around, coming into extended side angle. What variation is this on your knee? I'm having a mind fart right now. Breathing nice and long, reaching out the left fingertips, creating that nice long line. Exhale, sweeping that left arm around, coming into a bind, reaching around, grabbing onto the fingers, opening through the chest, reaching that left shoulder up, still sinking nice and deep into that right hip. Exhale, lifting the left arm around, coming back into lunge. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to drop that left knee, coming into low lunge. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, shifting the weight, half splits. Flexing that right foot. Taking a breath here to open up through the hamstrings. Inhale, low lunge, lifting the arms. Exhale, keeping the arms lifted, sending them behind you for half splits. We can tuck the left toes to stabilize us a little bit here, giving ourselves an extra challenge. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. We can plant the right fingertips and reach the left arm over for a little side body stretch here. Maybe taking that left hand to the outside of the foot. Finding a little twist. Coming back into low lunge. Inhale. Arms above the head. Exhale, sweeping them around, trying to find the mat. Gaze behind. And exhale, coming back. And stepping that right leg back to meet the left, plank pose. Taking another chaturanga push-up here, push up, down, hold. Using our core, sending ourselves back up, plank pose. Chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale over the toes, walking out the feet. Lifting the left leg, three-legged dog. Bending the knees, sending the toes back. Rolling out the ankle. And straightening the leg, taking the knee to the left elbow in three-legged dog. And the right elbow, three-legged dog. Bending, coming through, planting the foot. Inhale, warrior one, nice and strong. And exhale, opening to warrior two. Tucking the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Sinking into that left front hip. And windmill around, extended side angle. Taking a bind here. Opening the chest, not sinking, not falling over into the hip. We're still keeping our integrity here. And exhale to release, taking the right arm around, framing the foot. Inhale, arms above the head, high lunge. And exhale, dropping that right shin, knee, coming into low lunge. I guess shin as well. Inhale, and exhale, half splits. I'm shedding like a dog over here. My hair is just coming out. This time, try to use no hands. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, sweeping the hands behind you, using control. Making sure we're flexing that front foot. Keeping a nice flat back, holding here. Pulling our hips together inwards. Inhale, sweeping forward, low lunge. Exhale, back, half splits. You got this. This is a fun challenge I've been adding into my practices a lot lately. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Really strengthens while you stretch to use your balance like this. Dropping that left arm, reaching over with the right. Taking that right hand over to the outside of the foot. Getting a nice little twist. And coming back slowly into our low lunge. Taking that right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping or jumping back to plank. Taking a vinyasa. You can definitely add in a push-up if you like. And exhale over the toes. Inhale, lifting the right leg, bringing it all the way through. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reaching forward and back, peaceful warrior. This time on the exhale, straightening the front leg, coming into triangle pose. Holding here for a breath. Using our core to reach back up and revolve our triangle. Coming back into warrior two, we are getting ready for half moon. This is always a tricky one for me, so let's see if we can do it. Stepping this foot up a little bit, Planting the right hand, fingertips down by the right foot. Stepping that left foot back and up, straightening both legs. Finding our drishti here on the ground, a few feet in front of your foot. If we can lift the gaze. And whenever we feel ready, we can bend that left top leg and try to reach the ankle, sugarcane pose. And releasing, coming into warrior three. Finding our balance first in this bent leg, warrior three, raising up and straightening the leg. Grounding through all four corners of the feet. Inhale to come up, lifting the knee. Taking dancer pose. Flipping our grip. Slowly sending our heart forward. Using the opposition of the hand and the foot. Keeping a micro bend in that front knee. Whoop. Maybe falling out. Playing with our balance here, seeing where we're at. Controlling our mind. And our egos when we fall. And releasing, taking that left leg, we're not done yet. Out to the side, opening the hip, squaring off the hip joints, we're at a 90 degree. And taking it in for tree, we can be down at the ankle, maybe we're up here. Inhale, we're almost done with this leg, I promise. And exhale, taking that left knee over the right leg. If we can not use our hands, it's an extra challenge. For half chair, flexing that left foot, sinking into the hip. Your calves are getting a workout today. And exhale to fold over the legs, shaking them out. Especially that right one. Maybe we kick it out a little. Feet hip width apart, inhale, chair pose. Sinking into the hips, lifting up the toes. Palms come together, revolve to the right side. Taking a nice deep breath, resetting here. And exhale to fold. Inhale, hands above the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank pose. And take a vinyasa. Ending in downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg and taking that knee through into warrior one. Squaring off the hips. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Reaching forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, coming into triangle. Reaching the chest open. The hips are back. The hips are being pulled back. Using our core to revolve our triangle, reaching that left arm overhead. Coming back into warrior two to prepare for our half moon. Exhale, planting that left hand, stepping the right foot up. Noticing how we feel on this side. If we're shakier, if we feel like we have more space created in the legs. Noticing how our balance is. Maybe we can take sugarcane easier on this side, bending that right knee, grabbing onto the ankle. releasing, coming into warrior three, bent leg first until we find our space. Maybe we do a little energy moving first. That's what we'll call that. And coming knee up. Preparing for dancer, taking the right ankle behind us. Using your breath to slowly enter the pose. It's not a race. Honoring wherever we are today on our journey. Releasing that leg up. Shakily coming into tree. Opening wherever we are. Nice deep breath. Filling the lungs. And exhale, releasing that right knee, coming into half chair. Deep breath, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into that hip. And gently releasing, folding over, shaking out the legs. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, revolve to the left. Finding sweet release in this twist. And exhale, folding over the legs. Coming into Vinyasa, turning the toes out about as wide as the mat. Dropping the pelvis down into the mat. Playing with our hip mobility a little here, rocking side to side. Noticing how that feels with each hip. Finding our static malasana, reaching the left arm up, opening the chest. Sweeping it around, reaching up with the right. Hello world. And sweeping it around, not using the hands. Sending the hips back and legs up for boat pose. I hope you did that a little bit more gentle than I did. That was a little. Inhale, sucking the navel into the spine, rolling the shoulders back. Holding here, maybe straightening the legs. And if we can, grabbing onto the big toes with the fingers, straightening the legs, holding here, opening the legs a little bit wide, using your balance. Maybe we're rocking a little bit back and forth, finding that spot, getting to know our body. And very gently, if we want to turn to the side of the mat, we can. Very gently. Releasing the toes, coming into straddle. Finding our spot here, this little release. We're not on the legs anymore. We're gonna rinse them out. Flexing the toes, sitting up nice and tall, walking the fingertips forward, keeping a nice flat back, just down onto the forearms, finding a little wiggle here, just creating space in between the hips. If we want to bend the knees a little, that's okay. If we want to bring the legs in a little bit closer, you got it. Whatever you need to do to feel good. And then bringing that left foot into the right thigh, reaching the left arm over, trying to grab the foot. And then turning and folding over that right leg. Starting to quiet the mind here, kind of slow down the breath again. I know we amped it up a little. Now it is time to relax. We have done some of the work. Lifting the chest up, coming into Pigeon, so just flipping over. Ooh, coming into Pigeon with the left shin in front. Doing a little wiggle, find that sweet spot. Allowing this time for release, for quiet. We quieted the mind earlier through those standing, balancing, challenge postures, and now it is time to consciously quiet the mind of whatever comes up here. This is still our time. The to-do list can wait. The errands can wait. This is still your time on the mat. Inhaling, lifting the chest, coming back into that half straddle, switching sides, reaching the right arm overhead, grabbing the foot if we can, checking out what's going on down there. And raising up, folding over that left leg. Still engaging the quadricep, getting a better, deeper stretch in the hamstrings. Still flexing that left foot to protect the knee. Gently raising up and coming into Pigeon. Starting with the chest nice and lifted until we find what feels good today. Then maybe coming down onto our forearms, onto our foreheads. Maybe getting a little neck release. Whenever we're ready, rising up, swinging that left leg in front, and laying down on our backs. Soles of the feet to the mat, arms by the sides. Coming into bridge pose, raising the pelvis, grounding through the feet, tucking the shoulder blades underneath us, interlacing the fingers to raise the pelvis just a little bit more. Breathing nice and deep. Maybe lifting the right leg in the air, straight up. And exhale to release. Raising the left leg, whichever leg I did not say. Realize I'm just messing up all my lefts and rights today. And release. If we would like to come into wheel pose, if that is in our wheelhouse, if that's in our practice, we can come into that now. Press up into wheel pose. Do any variations here that feel good to your body. Finding our spot behind us. Spreading through the fingertips, maybe coming up onto the toes, maybe going down onto the knees. Feeling the blood rush to our heads, giving us a whole new perspective. We're literally upside down. Whenever we're ready, we can gently release back down to the mat or go into a headstand or whatever else that you're wanting to do there. If we're on our backs, we can bring the knees into the chest, gently rock side to side. Moving the knees around, little knee circles. Just slowing the body back down. Taking the knees over to the left side. Arms going out to the sides, gazing over our right shoulder. Breathing into the lower back. Taking a moment to release some tension. Maybe in our shoulders, maybe in our hips, even our feet. Wherever we can find that. Just let it go. And back through center, over to the right side. Gazing over the left. Finding stillness. Noticing how we feel now, as opposed to child's pose in the beginning of our practice. Coming back through center and extending the legs out nice and long. Letting the feet open where they want to. Maybe we sit in a reclined bound angle, bringing the soles of the feet together just for a few breaths here. Allowing the hands to fall where they want to. Taking one nice deep breath together. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Taking as long as you would like here to let this practice sink in. Whenever you're ready, gently rolling to one side, making your way to a comfortable seated position. I hope you enjoyed this little vinyasa class. You were able to challenge yourself. Your legs definitely should have gotten a workout. If you didn't, your money back. Let me know what you thought of this one down below. Give this video a like, thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to never miss more Yoga with Paige. I post new videos every single day, ranging from short stretching videos to more intense vinyasa flows. Until next time, namaste.